Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Paul. The Terrapins will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very...
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Prince. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Pucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Seminoles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Seminoles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Caught near the sticks, it's Prince. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. Third down coming up. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Noles will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Terrapins offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's not a good good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Back to pass on second down. Fires complete on the crosser. And they're able to get him down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking for space. It's DeMarco.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Terrapins will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Noles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding open areas. He's loose. Running inside the 20. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And the Terrapins have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. showing play action. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Maryland!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Working that left side now. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's DeMarco. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Release to the back. He's got it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll run the sneak for it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's DeMarco. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off play action. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first, and the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun on 3rd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And here comes the punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. New set of downs after the completion. He'll try the left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. It's picked off. That's number 10. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, and he has enough to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Knowles! Fit in the window for the score.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So if the offense doesn't want to take a chance here, they'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's DeMarco. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's in open space downfield. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the timing just a hair off. Ball's at the Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Terrapins are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Immediately fires to the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. He's loose on the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Wants to fire on 2nd down. On target to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Just drives it between the uprights. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Open spaces. Touchdown Terrapins! And that one will give him the lead.
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Prince. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quick release by the QB. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
He's tackled at the 31. And that's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Pulls and fires complete.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Terrapins are marching down the field. Gonna run it. It's DeMarco. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Give to the back. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Noles will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll intercept it. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the touchdown. Terrapins. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Maryland, 31, Florida State, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown Seminoles. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Florida State, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Second down, they'll go to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Maryland! The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Maryland, 38. Florida State, 17.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
He's got him in the flat. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Just keep slinging it. Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Florida State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option, the give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking for room, it's DeMarco. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.